Hi, everyone. Hi, Marin. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Ratland. And hi, Gabriel. If everyone can turn on their camera, that'd be great. Hi, Now. Okay, so we're just letting in a couple more students. Hi, Jason. So today your teachers are going to be me, Natalie, and Snigdha. So yeah, we can go ahead and get the class started.
So the homework for last week was, what do you want to be when you grow up and why? So, does anyone have an answer to this question? How about Marin? Do you know what you want to be when you grow up and why?
I want to be a scientist.
A scientist? That's really cool. Why do you want to be a scientist?
I don't know why.
That's okay. It's okay. You don't have to know. Jason, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be a policeman
A policeman? That's really cool.
because I can help people.
That's really cool. That's a really nice motive to be a policeman. Gabriel, what do you want to be when you grow up? Gabriel? I think you're on mute.
I want to be a designer.
A designer. That's really cool. Why do you want to be a designer?
Because I like drawing things.
That's really cool. Drawing is really fun. Yeah, I think so too. Lucy, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a teacher.
You want to be a teacher?
Because I can teach the knowledge for human students.
Oh, that's really cool. Sharing knowledge is always really fun. Now, what about you? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't like.
You don't know what you want to be? That's okay. You don't have to know. That's alright. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide.
So for our conversation starter, the question is, what are you most excited for in the summer? For me, I'm the most excited to see my family because we're going to be visiting them soon. What about you, Snigdha?
I think the most thing I'm excited for in the summer is that beaches. Beaches are fun always.
Oh
So
yeah, I agree. What about you, Marin? What are you most excited for this summer?
I'm excited to go to Saya.
Oh, that's exciting. What about you, Gabriel?
I'm excited about to visit Beijing.
Wow, you're visiting Beijing. That is exciting. I've never been there, but I always wanted to visit. What about you, Jason? What are you most excited for this summer?
I'm most excited to playing with my friend.
Oh yeah, I always look forward to that as well. Lucy, what about you?
诶，你不跟我在一个班啊？还有两个班。你登录进那个610的那个班。
What are you most excited for this summer, Lucy?
Eat watermelon.
Oh, yes, watermelon is very yummy. Thank you for answering, Lucy. And what about you, Engel? What are you most excited for this summer?
I will have a summer camp in summer.
Wow, that's very cool. And I just wanted to ask, is it Engel or is it Angel? For your name pronunciation. Would you prefer me to call you Angel or Angle?
Angle.
Angle, got it. Now, what about you? What are you most excited for in the summer?
Do shopping.
Oh, I see. If it's possible to turn on your camera, everyone, that would be great. And Jason, thank you for joining back. What about you? Oh, wait, you answered. You said you're most excited to see your friends this summer. Um, and someone just joined as well. If you could put your name in English, that would be great. But yeah, we can just move on. Oh, it looks like it's Jason's friend. Could you chat? Okay. Yeah, we can move on.
So today we'll be learning about parts of speech. And more specifically, the noun right now.
So, a noun is a word that identifies a person, place, thing, or idea. A noun could be a person or an animal, like a girl, dog, mother, friend, or even Harry Potter. He's a noun because he's a person. A noun can also be a place, like New York, China, school, park, or a house. Another thing that can be a noun is a thing, like a clock, water, pizza, pencil, or a book. And then an idea, like love, fear, happiness, freedom, and hope. So, common versus proper nouns. A common noun is more general, and proper nouns are more specific. So, an example of a common noun is a boy, a city, or a story because they're kind of generalized. But a proper noun is more specific, so a boy named Ron Weasley, Beijing, or Hansel and Gretel.
This is an example of a noun in a sentence is the dog ran across the park. Dog and park would both be nouns in the sentence since dog is a thing and a park is also a place. And another example would be my love for math grew as I learned. And love would be an idea and math would be a thing. So this is for you guys to figure out. Find the nouns in each of the sentence. So let's start with Lucy. Do you know a noun in this sentence?
The sentence is New York is a beautiful city. So you can identify a noun in that sentence.
I can't see.
Oh, I think she can't see the
You can't see it.
slideshow.
Can't see the slideshow. Well, okay, I can read it out for you. New York is a beautiful city. Do you know a noun in that sentence?
So we can give you an example first, and then you could try it yourself in the next two examples. So in this sentence, the proper noun would be New York, And the city is a common noun. So there's two nouns in that sentence, New York and city. So the next sentence is Alex went to China over the summer. And Snigdha, you can pick someone to identify the noun.
Jason, do you want to identify the nouns in these sentences? Jason?
If you could identify the noun in that sentence, Jason, you can unmute yourself. And if you would like to pass on this, you can just let us know.
You're on mute, we can't hear you. And if you don't want to answer, that's okay.
Jason, could you identify a noun in the sentence? Alex went to China over the summer. Do you know which one is the noun in the sentence?
Uh, uh, China.
Yes, China
Yeah.
is a noun in that sentence. It's a proper
Uh,
noun. And there's one more.
uh, Alex.
Yeah, good job, Jason. Thank you for answering.
Okay, so the next sentence is my teacher taught us art. Engel, do you want to answer the sentence? So the sentence is my teacher taught us art. Do you know the noun in this sentence?
Teacher.
That's right, yeah. And do you know the other noun in the sentence?
Art.
Yeah, thank you for answering. That was right. Okay, so another thing is to be able to make a sentence with nouns. So these are the nouns that are given, clock and cake. So an example of a sentence with clock is I looked at the clock this morning. That is an example. Or an example with the noun cake is I ate the cake for breakfast. So does anyone want to give it a try? Marin, do you want to give it a try? Make a sentence with the word clock.
Mm, my mom give me a beautiful clock.
Yeah, that's a great sentence. Thank you for answering. Gabriel, how about you? Why don't you make a sentence with the noun cake? Gabriel, you're on mute. And if you don't want to answer, you could pass. Just let us know.
Uh, mm, before we started the road trip, we left a cake in the freezer.
Yeah, that's a great sentence with the word cake. Thank you for answering. Now you have to identify each word as a common or a proper noun. So for example, museum is a common noun because it's not a specific thing. So does anyone want to give a try with McDonald's? Is McDonald's a common or a proper noun? Now, is McDonald's a common or a proper noun? Now. And if you can turn on your cams, that'd be great too.
Yeah, we can come back
Mhm.
to you for the next example now.
Lucy, how about you? Is McDonald's a common or a proper noun?
A common noun means it's more general and it's not specific, but a proper noun is something specific where you name the name. So, Lucy, what do you think?
Lucy, did you answer? Can you say that again, because we didn't hear you?
What was
Oh,
that?
sorry. You can come back to Lucy.
That's okay, it was a tough one. Thank you for guessing, Lucy.
Marin, do you know what is whether McDonald's is a common or a proper noun?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay. A common noun is something more generalized, so things that are like park or museum or like place is also a common noun. And a proper noun is the name of something. So McDonald's would be a proper noun because it's the name of a restaurant. And does anyone want to try with ice cream? Is ice cream something generalized or is it like a name of something? Um, Angle, is ice cream a common noun or a proper noun?
And if you don't know,
I
you can take your
think
best guess. Oh,
I think ice cream is uh
Good guess, but it's not a proper noun. Ice cream is actually a common noun because it's talking about a general thing, not a like name of something, not like a brand name of something. Um, what about Mrs. Zhang? Is Mrs. Zhang a common noun or a proper noun? Now, Mrs. Zhang is a name, so would it be a common noun or a proper noun? Gabriel, do you think it's a common noun or a proper noun? Gabriel, you're on mute.
I think it's a common noun.
It's a common noun. Good guess. That was hard, but it wasn't. It's a proper noun because Mrs. Zhang is a name. It's a title for a person, so it's actually a proper noun. Good guesses, though, guys. That was really good.
yeah, and before we move into verbs, just to give you a better idea and more examples for a proper and a common noun, Mrs. Zhang is a proper noun because it specifies her name, so you know who it is. But for example, if it said my friend, it wouldn't say Mrs. Zhang, it would just say friend. That would be a common noun since you don't actually know who it is. So yeah, now we can move on into verbs. So some examples of a verb is play, um, walk, dance, climb, bounce, and dig and draw. And Snigdha, you can go ahead and go over this slide.
Okay. A verb is a word that expresses an action or a state of being. So you basically how to find a verb is that verbs almost always come after a noun or a pronoun. So for example, Mark eats his dinner quickly. Eats would be a verb because it comes right after a noun and it's talking about what Mark is doing. Another example would be we went to the market. Went comes right after a noun, and it's also talking about what we were doing. Another example would be you write neatly in your notebook. and they thought about all the prizes in the competition. And another way to recognize verbs in a sentence is that you can ask yourself, can I do this? So can I do this certain something? And that's how you find a verb. If you can think, wonder, walk, yawn, yes, those are verbs. You can also ask what is happening and you will find the verb very easily.
So some examples of verbs are is, ran, and swims. And them used in a sentence is the flower is yellow. The dog ran. And she swims in the pool. So it's a verb because it's saying that she is swimming, so it's an action. And then the dog is running, which is also an action. And then is a verb because it's the state of being. So first, let's try to make a sentence with the following verbs. So I'll do the first one. With the verb walk, I can say, I like to walk in the mornings. And walk would be the verb. So, Marin, could you make a sentence with the following verb play?
I play at the morning with my friend.
Oh, that's a very good sentence, Marin. I like how you added a detail in it. Now, what about you? Could you make a sentence with the verb drive?
Isaac.
What was that?
Isaac.
Um, I drive?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a good statement. Thank you, Now. To make it more of a sentence, you could also say, I drive to school. But that's a very good answer. Thank you, Now. And next, we're going to be finding the verb in each sentence. So, Gary ate cookies. In this sentence, the verb is ate because it's telling us what Gary is doing. He's eating the cookies. So, he kicked John. What is the verb in this sentence, Gabriel?
Is
So,
is
yeah, go ahead. So when you're looking for a verb, you're kind of looking for the word that's telling us what he is doing. So what is he doing in the sentence? Or what did he do?
he kicked?
Yeah, he kicked. So kicked would be the verb. Thank you for answering, Gabriel. And for the last one, they buy the tickets. Angle, what is the verb in this sentence?
Make a sentence.
Um, yeah, in the sentence, they buy the tickets. What is the verb? So we know that the noun is they, and we're looking for what they are doing. So what are they doing?
They are buying the tickets.
Yeah, so the verb is buy. Thank you for answering, Angle.
So another part of speech is an adjective, and some examples of adjectives are happy, sad, open, closed, ill, injured, empty, full, old, and new. So an adjective is a word that describes something else. It can describe what someone looks like, taste, smell, size, and many more things. Some examples of an adjective is the school is really big. The adjective in this sentence is big because it's describing what the school's size is. And another example is Stephanie's hair color is black. Black is describing the color of Stephanie's hair. And another example is Linda's hair is gorgeous. Gorgeous is an adjective because it's describing what Linda's hair looks like. So we have to identify the adjectives in these sentences, and I'll do the first one. The dumplings taste very good. The adjective in this sentence would be very good or just good because it's describing what the dumplings taste like. Lucy, do you want to try this one? The lights are very bright. What's the adjective in this sentence? And remember, an adjective is something that describes what something else is.
Um,
So the sentence is, the lights are very bright.
uh,
That's okay, we can come back. This one's a hard sentence.
I think it's right.
It's bright. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is bright. Good job. Thank you for answering. And um, the last sentence is another example. They live in a beautiful house. Beautiful is describing what the house is, so that's an adjective. Now, you guys have to make a sentence with an adjective, and I'll give you an example. My room is white. White is an adjective because it's describing what my room looks like. Angle. Make a sentence with an adjective.
I have a very lovely baby.
Yeah, that's a great sentence. Loud is the adjective and it's describing the baby. Good job. Marin, how about you make a sentence with an adjective?
Ma. So it's truck.
Can you say that again, please? I couldn't hear you.
I have a blue pen.
Yeah, that's a great sentence because blue is the adjective and it's describing the pen. Thank you.
So next we're going to be talking about an adverb. So an example of adverbs are cautiously, busily, angrily, courageously, and greedily. You can notice how all of them end with the letters ly or ILY. And we can move on and then you'll see it in the next slide. So an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. So it tells us how, when, where, how much, and how often. And words that end in the letters ly are adverbs. So you can see for the how section, some examples are quietly, peacefully, carefully, slowly. And for the rest, like where and when, it doesn't necessarily have to end with ly. So above, abroad, and far away tell us where it is, but it doesn't end with ly, so that's not always the case. But these adverbs are kind of telling us more about the verb. So yeah, we can move on.
Some examples of an adverb in a sentence are I ran quickly to school. Quickly would be the adverb because it ends in ly. And another example would be she visited your house yesterday. Yesterday would be the adverb. So this is like finding the adverb in each sentence, and I'll do the first one. The class took the test quietly. Quietly would be the adverb because it's describing what the class was like. So does anyone want to do the second one? Gabriel, what's the adverb of the second sentence?
And since this sentence doesn't have a word that ends with ly, you can look for something that tells you how often something is occurring, or when, or where.
For the second sentence, I think is your house.
Oh, yeah, so in that sentence, it's actually yesterday. But I think Snigdha was asking about the second sentence in the next paragraph, right?
Yeah, so the next paragraph. So I always eat
The
dinner.
next one is 6 p.m.
Good guess, but I don't think it's 6 p.m. I think it's actually always, and always is describing how often something happens. So the adverb of the second sentence would be always. The third sentence, she was very nervous. Does anyone know the adverb to this sentence? Marin, do you know the adverb to she was very nervous?
I think you know it.
Can you say that again, please?
I think you know it.
Good guess, but nervous is actually an adjective. It's describing how the girl really was. The adverb of the sentence would be very because it's describing how nervous she was. She was very, very nervous. Jason, how about the last sentence? My teacher watched us closely. It's the adverb of that sentence.
Closely.
Yeah, good job. It is closely. And now we're going to make a sentence with the following adverbs, and I'll do the first one. I did my math homework easily. So easily would be the adverb in that sentence. Nana, how about you make a sentence with the adverb never?
Happily.
Can you say that again, please? Okay.
Happy.
Yeah, so you're taking the word never and you want to make a sentence with it. So, how would you use the word never? An example is I never eat ice cream when I'm cold. So, could you try? What is something that you never do now? Yeah, so that's okay. It is a tough one. And for the example earlier, for I always eat dinner at 6 p.m., the reason that it is always and not 6 p.m. is because always tells us more about the verb eat. And 6 p.m. just tells us when, but it doesn't really help a verb. Next, we're going to talk about prepositions, and here's some examples. Inside, inside, and outside.
Preposition is a word that tells you where or when something is in relation to something else. Prepositions are usually short words and they normally come before nouns. So some examples of prepositions are beyond, plus, except, but, up, out, and around. And some other things are like between, after, without, in, for, to, and on. And there's a bunch of prepositions that they go on and on. So an example of a preposition is the house is on, and the house was on the hill. And the preposition on shows us where the house is. Another example is in, and the sentence is, I like to read in the library, and the preposition in shows us where you like to read. And another preposition is at, and she is at the store to buy apples. The preposition at shows us where she is. So you basically have to ask yourself when or where to figure out what the preposition in a sentence is. So find the preposition in each sentence. The first sentence is, the cat is on the table. The preposition of this sentence would be on because it's telling us where the cat is. So for the second sentence, the dogs are in the shed. Lucy, do you want to tell us what the preposition is? So for the dogs are in the shed.
The dog.
Did you say in?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. That's the right answer. It's in because it's telling us where the dogs are. They're in the shed. The third sentence is, we can meet at the mall. So what's the preposition of this sentence, Engel? We can meet at the mall. Engel?
At.
Yeah, that's right. At is the preposition of the sentence because it's showing us where we can meet. Then we have to make a sentence with the following prepositions. So one preposition is under. A sentence is, I was under the table. And Marin, do you want to make a sentence with the preposition inside?
Mm, is it's raining. I go I go inside my home.
Yeah, that's a great sentence with the preposition inside. Thank you for answering.
So the next part of a sentence that we're talking about, or parts of speech, is a pronoun. And some examples are you, she, they, and it. So a pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. So instead of saying Ms. Zhang, you could say she. And some more examples are he, it, us, and many more. An example of a pronoun in a sentence is, they are good at playing basketball, and they would be the pronoun since it's telling us who it is. And the boat belongs to them. Them is the pronoun. And then another example is, you want to get good grades on the test. So you is replacing your name. So in the next sentences, we want to identify the pronoun. So I'll do it first and then you guys can give it a try. So the poster belongs to us. The pronoun is us because it's telling us who it belongs to. Jason, could you identify the pronoun in the next sentence? He studies every night. What is the pronoun in that?
What?
In the sentence, he studies every night, what is the pronoun?
Oh, pronoun.
A
He.
pronoun. Yeah, it is he. Good job. Thank you, Jason. And for the last one, it is scaring me. Lucy, do you want to give it a go? What do you think the pronoun is?
Me.
Oh, that's a good guess. Well, the pronoun is actually it because me is more specific, saying me. But, well, actually, yeah, that is one of the pronouns in this sentence. So there's actually two. It would be it and it would be me. So thank you for identifying one of them, Lucy. And let's just have some more practice with this. So I'll make a sentence with a pronoun. I'm going to pick one from this chart in the slideshow, and I'm going to pick her. So I like her hair. And that's just an example of using her in a sentence. So Gabriel, could you make a sentence with a pronoun?
He likes to eat salad.
Yeah, that's a good example. Thank you, Gabriel. And now, what about you? You can pick any pronoun in the chart in here.
The pot. He sends very light.
Oh, that's a good sentence. Thank you, Now. And we can move on.
And here's our game for today, Hangman. So
So if anyone doesn't know how to play Hangman, I'll just go over the rules. So we're going to take turns thinking of one word. So let's say the category is animals, and I pick the word cat. So let me pull up the whiteboard really quickly. There you go. So I have three letters, 1, 2, 3. And then you guys can take turns guessing letters. Let's say Marin picks the letter C. Since C is in the word cat, I'll draw it right here. But then let's say Gabriel picked the letter O. Since the letter O is not in cat, I'll start drawing the hangman. And then I'll put it here and cross it out. And then so on until we guess the word cat. And that's how we play. So I'll start off first and I'll pick an animal. Marin, what is your first guess?
D.
D? Did you say D? Okay. Wow, first try. Gabriel, what about you?
Is there a O?
Oh, that is a good guess. And Angle, what about you?
J.
J?
DOG.
Oh, G. Yeah, it is dog. Good job, guys. That was very quick. So, Snigdha, you can pick a word and annotate, and we can start off from Jason, Now, and Lucy.
Um, um, Jason, do you want to guess the first letter?
What's the category for this word?
Animals. So, Jason?
Jason might be away from the screen right now, so now I can take her guess. Oh, Jason's back.
Jason, do you want to guess a letter for
Uh,
the category is animals?
is animal?
It's like this four-letter word is an animal, so do you want to guess a letter out of that?
L.
A?
L. L.
L.
L? L? Okay. No, that's wrong.
Oh,
It's okay. No. What about you? Want to take a guess?
S.
S? Oh no, it's not in there. So the next part of hang Lucy, you want to take a guess too?
F.
Did you say L?
F.
F?
No.
You can type the letter in the chat or N? Is that what you said?
M. Okay. No, that's not in the word either.
Oh.
Come back to Lauren. Lauren, can you take a guess about what's the word? What's in the word? Aaron?
D.
Me? Oh no, it's not in there either. Gabriel, it's your turn. What letter would you guess?
Is there a N in the word?
Did you say N?
Yes.
N? No, it's not in there. Not in there either.
A.
A? You say A? A isn't in there either.
这个不是
Angle, it's your turn. What letter would you guess?
L.
L has
L?
been
Oh,
guessed by Jason.
you already guessed, yeah. Wanna pick a different letter?
U.
U? U isn't in there.
Angle, you can still take your guess.
This is it.
L.
L's already been guessed. So do you want to take a different letter? So L has been guessed. G? You say G?
P.
G? G? G's in there, yeah. Last letter.
Angle, do you have any guess besides L?
No.
No, okay.
Okay.
Jason, do you want to take a guess? Jason?
F.
F.
F? Yeah, F's in there.
I think I know what it is.
Flag.
It's frog.
It is
Yeah,
frog.
it is
That's right,
frog.
right?
Good job, guys.
Frog.
So, does anyone want to take a turn? Guess making up their own word, or do you want me to do another one?
这画的也不像青蛙呀。
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do another one. So the next category will be colors. So this is a color you guys might know. Okay. Now, what is your guess? You can guess any letter.
3.
What was that? E? Did you say E?
Yes.
Oh, nice. That is a letter.
It
Lucy-
has T.
What was that, Lucy?
T.
I think she said P.
Oh, P.
T.
Yes.
T.
Nice, Lucy. What about you, Marin? Do you have a guess?
L.
K?
L.
I think you said
Cow?
L.
Oh, L.
Purple.
Oh, who said purple?
Blue.
Okay. Good job, guys. Let's do one last one, maybe two, but let's let everyone have a turn. So we're just gonna call on you in order, so everyone has a turn to guess. And Snigdha, you can go ahead and pick a color.
Okay. All right. Marin, how about you go first? Want to guess the letter?
A.
You say A?
Yeah.
You said A? Yeah, that's part of it.
T.
Gabriel, it's your turn. What letter?
A. A.
Is there a O in the word?
Yeah, there's an O in the word. Angle, it's your turn. What letter would you guess?
R.
R? Yeah, R's in the word. Lucy, what letter would you guess? I didn't hear you.
E.
G?
E.
E? Yeah, E's in the word. Jason, what letter do you think?
Orange.
Orange? Yeah, orange is the word. Nice job, guys.
Okay, so I think we have time for one or two more. Do you guys have a category that you'd want to do? Is there a category you want to? Marin, do you have a category you'd like? Or Gabriel, Angle, Now?
I did have.
Okay, so we're gonna do, I say animals again. Wait. Okay. Marin, what's your guess?
A.
Ooh, good guess. And
T.
also, what was that, Lucy?
T.
Yeah, good guess. So just so no one goes ahead of time, let's try to go by turns. So Gabriel, what is your guess? Good job, Lucy. That was a good guess as well.
Panda.
Yeah, it is a panda. I'm sure Gabriel would have guessed that as well, right, Gabriel? Yeah. Good job, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our homework. But that was a very good game of Hangman.
So, this week's homework is to identify the part of speech for each bolded word in the sentence. So, the sentence is, she went to the market and bought some eggs. And it's your guys' job to figure out each part of speech that the bolded word is.
So I'll give you one of them just for an example. She is a pronoun because it's replacing the actual noun. So I identified she as a pronoun, and then your job is to identify the rest. So, yeah. That will be it for today's lesson, and thank you for joining. Have an amazing week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, Angle. Bye, Marin. Bye, Lucy. Bye, Nono.